All right, let's take a shooting question, folks. I appreciate all of your content and look forward to my daily fix. Well, thank you. I started competitive shooting last year and has become an obsession. The better I've become, the more pressure and expectation I've put on myself to do well in a match. Okay. It's always the first stage of every match that my nerves get the best of me. My hands shake and the knees get weak. After that first stage, things level out, but this is something I'm having trouble dealing with. Any words of advice would be greatly appreciated. Well, that's good. I've got some, I don't know how encouraging you're going to find this, but I definitely have some words of advice. So, that kind of first stage jitters or where you're feeling all this pressure on you, what I'll tell people is like that is the circumstances that you're training to shoot under. Um, like in my experience, it's always going to be that way where guys are nervous and jittery on the first stage. Even if you look around on like the super squad, you'll see guys are extremely amped up before the first stage of the nationals. Like people are like you're going to be nervous. And as you correctly pointed out, and I thought this was a smart thing to say, the better I've become, the more pressure and expectation I've put on myself to do well during a match. And that's really the key. Would people have this belief like the more that they go do the thing, like the more they practice and the more they shoot, the less pressure they're going to feel when they're at matches. And that's not really true. It's true if you don't keep going to bigger and bigger matches where you travel more and more and go to bigger events. If you just stay like in your own at your own club, yeah, after a little while you'll get kind of comfortable there and you probably won't feel pressure the same at that club. But if you're trying to grow your skills and you're traveling and trying to compete at other clubs in other states, blah, 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 all that stuff, like you're trying to really grow up and shoot some big matches, like the more that you put in, the more pressure you're going to feel. And again, like what I'd say is you're training to shoot under that kind of pressure. Like it's not like after you get through the first few stages of a match and then you get comfortable, then you can kind of do your thing. Like that's not the part that really matters. I mean, the part at the beginning of the match where you need to shoot at least decent enough to stay in the match. Like that is what you're training for. And I would keep that in mind during your training and when you're kind of conceptualizing changes to your technique and stuff like that. It's stuff that's going to work for you in like a high pressure environment because I mean, really, that's the way that it's going to be. Anyway, that's my thoughts. If you've got questions, comments, put it down below.